Botham Jean, again, the man who was fatally shot late last night, was highly active in his church. His friends describe him as a man who is very passionate about life. Fox 4's Ashley Paredes is now live with more on that. Ashley?
Dan, the death of this young man has been spread all over social media across the country, and people want to make sure that his name, his story, his accomplishments, that is all spread among everyone and that all the facts get out. Now, here's a little bit about what we know about this 26-year-old Botham Jean. Family and friends have posted online that he's from St. Lucia. He went to the University of Harding in Arkansas, where he studied accounting. According to the St. Lucia Times, he came from a very prominent family. He was the son of the former permanent secretary of St. Lucia, which includes her duties implementing government policy for that country. He also worked for PwC, the accounting firm, at their Dallas office, and they just put out a statement saying that this is a terrible tragedy, and of course they are very saddened to hear what happened. But joining us today, right now, we have Alyssa, who is the neighbor of Mr. Jean. And so just tell me about what you heard this morning.
Well, it was actually last night around 10 p.m. I heard a single gunshot, and then it sounded like commotion, running, yelling. So I jumped up, went to the door, looked out, didn't see anything, but I could hear a female calling 911 at that point. And then in about a minute, the hallway was swarming with officers.
I'm sure a lot was going through your mind, but talk about Mr. Jean. You knew him for about 6 months already. Talk to me about who he was and what you remember.
Well, I knew him as Bo. He was my next door neighbor. He introduced himself to me the first day I moved in. We had a beer on the patio and just chatted about work and living in Dallas. He had a huge smile that lit up a room, always friendly, always helpful. This is a senseless tragedy, and I'm devastated for his family.
And hopefully we will be finding out more. Thank you, Alyssa, very much. All right, back to you, Dan.